That was not Joe Biden's best shot. Think about it right now, Dana. Joe Biden is at his lowest point in his presidency right now. It's multiple crisis, can't handle anything. The country's turned on him, right? He's at the last two polls, he's at 37%. His entire agenda is stalled with both houses in his control. White House figures we got to do something, right? Send him to Scranton. It's his hometown. He's going to sell it hard. And instead of selling it hard, he doesn't even look at the teleprompter. And Fox is taking it live. And he just does family story time for 20 minutes.
We know if we can put these wires underground, we increase exponentially. We will take literally millions of automobiles off the road, saving tens of millions of barrels of oil. I'd ride every day. I commuted every single day for 36 years as Vice President of the United States after. We haven't passed a major infrastructure bill for decades in this country. Last 4 years, you'd hear every month is, infrastructure month. Didn't do a single damn thing. Nothing. I mean, nothing for 4 years. We can't afford to sit while other countries pass us by. We're going to breathe new life into the economy and our workforce. And here's the deal. These jobs that we're going to create for people who are too often left out and left behind. The vast majority of the jobs in my infrastructure bill don't require a 4-year degree. 98% don't require a 4-year degree. Guess what, though? It's the ultimate blue-collar, middle-class renewal. Real, serious work. It needs to get done. Folks,
Yes. His own.
We were giving it our best shot.
He wasn't. He was not giving. That was not Joe Biden's best shot. Think about it right now, Dana. Joe Biden is at his lowest point in his presidency right now. It's multiple crisis, can't handle anything. The country's turned on him, right? He's at the last two polls, he's at 37%. His entire agenda is stalled with both houses in his control. White House figures we got to do something, right? Send him to Scranton. It's his hometown. He's going to sell it hard. And instead of selling it hard, he doesn't even look at the teleprompter. And Fox is taking it live, and he just does family story time for 20 minutes. Euphemisms and mottos and just things he's memorized and regurgitated.
Don't forget Amtrak.
A senator. Yeah, my other favorite thing. Amtrak loses money every single year, but guess what? We're going to give Amtrak more money, guys.
Yeah, the most ever.
Typical politician. But here's you made a really good point earlier in the show, Greg. Joe Biden says you're trying to get back to normal. I'm going to take you back to normal, right? But this is what he's not doing that. He's trying to sell us the new normal. We don't want the new normal. We want back to normal. Now, the new normal is inflation. The new normal is an open border. A new normal is China firing missiles. A new normal is we're going to have to wear masks forever. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we were promised. And we're not going to go for that. And he doesn't get it.
Harold, America wants the old Coke, not the new Coke. New Coke was a disaster.
Look, he probably should have gotten into laying out what the predicate of the bill was a little earlier. But this is Joe Biden, and I think he's used to being in the cloakroom in the Senate. He's used to finding ways to connect with members of his own party and members in the other party. This is a guy who's by nature and definition is a bipartisan builder. He put aside what may have happened over the last year, but his whole legacy in the Senate is I'm going to work with people, and I think he still has that. Now, I wish he would have gotten right away to. Katie and I were talking. I thought she said it very well. You know, what do independents want? What do the states where you are trying to find Democratic senators, and for that matter, Democratic moderates, to vote, lay out what's popular in those states, in those congressional districts. Don't get me wrong, I love the personal stories. I know him, I knew Bo, we went to Penn together.
He does
but
have a way.
you got to lay out
Sure.
for the country. And I love Bo, by the way, but I think he's got to lay out for the country. What does this mean? Why are we spending this money? Any politician has to do it. And maybe if we get back to him, he'll do that. But
No,
I,
we gotta lower our expectations.
I mean, we're not at the fish fry.
Yeah.
We are on the precipice of trying to get he's trying to get this deal done, and you have primetime opportunity here, and you don't use. And one of the frustrations that the Democrats have had is that he's not out there selling it. So now he's this opportunity to sell it, and we're like, wait, what?
Right.
Well, and just at a time when Americans are going to the grocery store and the milk has been out for a week, and their diapers are out,
Yeah.
and their costs are going up. I don't think they want to hear from the president in Scranton talk about his other nicknames that he had when he was growing up in Scranton.
Where was Corn
They
Pop?
don't want to talk about or hear about the fact that he rode Amtrak as vice president for 36 years, which is what he said.
Yeah.
You can't ride Amtrak as VP for 36 years. You can do it for 8 years, which is what he did. You can't do it for 36 years as vice president.
think it was
And so
rounding up.
he missed another opportunity. And, you know, he needs to learn that if you're going to hook people in the 2021, you got to get the message out in the first 20
we should
seconds.
go back to him. He might be talking about We should go back to him.
Do you think, Greg, that he'll be able to pull this together and that they'll pass something?
The only thing he's passing right now, you can feel that a gallstone, perhaps some flatulence. We have to understand that we are going back to the lowered expectations thing. That is realistic. He's not all there. Let's be honest.
Right.
We got to we've got to admit that he's in that age where he's better remembering things of the past than dealing with the present.
Well, and Dana,
We know these people.